Cricket South Africa, I think, is the new resurgent team. मेरे हिसाब से Cricket South Africa, especially in T20I, is going to dominate in the near future. I'm not saying कि हाँ एक दो साल में, near future. I think ये जो वर्ल्ड कप आने वाला है T20 वर्ल्ड कप, उसमें साउथ अफ्रीका मेरा डार्क हॉर्स है, क्योंकि द प्लेयर्स दे हैव सच क्वालिटी प्लेयर्स, एंड ये सिर्फ बैटिंग या बॉलिंग में नहीं, इवन फील्डिंग के एस्पेक्ट में भी दे आर सो यू नो, उन सब का वर्क एथिक जो एफर्ट डाल रहे हैं वो लोग फील्ड में, आई डोंट थिंक कि कोई और टीम डाल रहा है. इंडिया में भी लोग बोल रहे हैं हाँ इंडिया का फील्डिंग बहुत अच्छा है, बट इट्स नॉट द एंटायर स्क्वाड. वही 5 से 6 लोग हैं जो फिट है, जो यू नो चेस डाउन कर सकते हैं. कोई ऐसे लॉन्ग ऑन पे बाउंड्री जा रहा है, चेस डाउन करके उसको रोक के फिर फेंक सके, 2 रन बचा सके. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू क्रिकेट साउथ अफ्रीका, रियली गुड. द ओनली एस्पेक्ट दैट दे आर स्ट्रगलिंग इन इज़ द बॉलिंग, एंड वो भी ऐसा नहीं है कि बॉलिंग क्वालिटी अच्छा नहीं है, उनका लक नहीं चल रहा है पिछले कुछ मैचेस में, बट बॉलिंग क्वालिटी बहुत अच्छा है. स्पेशली जब उनका मेन एस बॉलर रेस्टेड है, फिर भी वो लोग ऐसा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. आई एम स्कैर्ड ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका राइट नाउ.
आई ट्रूली एग्री विथ यू. अगर साउथ अफ्रीका का प्लेइंग 11 अगर हम बनाने जाए, क्विंटन डिकॉक, तेम्बा बहुमा अनफॉर्चुनेटली आता है बिकॉज कैप्टन है.
अनफॉर्चुनेटली.
फिर राइली रूसो नहीं, वी हैव सो मैनी प्लेयर्स. रीजा एंड्रिक्स को तो प्लेइंग 11 में चांस भी नहीं मिलेगा. If we play RVD, Riley Russo at 3, where we fit in RVD, Rassie Anderson.
Currently जो इंग्लैंड सीरीज चल रहा है, 2 matches 250s रीजा एंड्रिक्स, and he came back to the team. Of course Riley भी scored 96 from 50 balls, but South Africa finally got brains कि हाँ हमारे पास ऐसे players थे. अरे बुलाओ, किधर गए? अभी बुला लिया finally and they are performing.
There's one thing that I despise of South Africa. They have their main captain, the person who have led them to so many places, Faf du Plessis, the player who was in form last year during the World Cup and this year as well. He's just phenomenal right now. He's not getting picked, and that is the reason why I just despise South Africa cricket right now. He just needs to be in the team. Sure, South Africa are producing good cricketers right now, like Brevis, Stubbs. They're all brilliant. But you have someone waiting. Just give him a chance. He's a brilliant captain and he's an outstanding opener. Just give him one chance.
If Faf comes back, where do you play him?
Yeah, so I would just play him as a captain and a opener, because right now he's just in form. And recently just captained RCB, right? Yeah, I just want Faf du Plessis to be back in the South African team. He just brings that quality. He's a fit player, so he's a good fielder as well. So there's not like he's just a batsman and he's just a nice captain. No, he's a good fielder as well. And the way he plays this game, like where to use his bowlers, how to set up the fields, that's what missing in South Africa right now. And I think he should come back or give him one chance at least.
सो डू यू थिंक T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो आ रहा है उसमें फाफ आएगा, वापस कम बैक करेगा नेशनल टीम में?
If given a chance, I don't see why not. He would, and he would perform phenomenally, because we all saw 2016 World Cup, right? T20, and Faf was so brilliant in that. So I just want South Africa to give him another chance, because 2016 World Cup T20, because after that he only captained the 2019 World Cup, the ODI one, because after that he was dropped from the South African team after he retired from the test.
I think I agree with you, but I don't think he should return as a captain, because I think the captaincy ship has sailed a long way, sorry. But as a batsman, obviously he could replace any player except Quinton de Kock, of course. I mean, he is a must. Imagine Quinton and Faf, 2 attacking openers opening for you. It is scary. So yeah, if Faf would return to my team, even come on man, you can't keep a player of his caliber outside. And he also admitted not admitted. He also openly has said it that he would like to return to the South African squad. So I think it's the board's problem, not Faf's problem. That's what it seems from the outside, but I'm not sure.
What's happening? Like मैं तो आग बंद करके ले लूँ यार फाफ डुप्लेसिस को साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम में. Like before the resurgence of South African team, Faf was probably, apart from Quinton de Kock, the only consistent player. The only player that I know of. जो नए players आए उसमें फाफ ही था जो मेरे को पता था. और I would Faf's selection in the team is a no-brainer for me. So what's the problem? क्यों नहीं आ पा रहा वो? क्यों select नहीं हो रहा टीम में?
As much as I agree that Faf should come in, but I don't think he's coming back. He's a thing of a past now. Because तू playing 11 बना साउथ अफ्रीका का, तू अच्छे अच्छे प्लेयर्स को भी बाहर रखेगा. Imagine this team for the World Cup. Quinton de Kock and Themba Bavuma. At 3, Rassie van der Dussen, Aiden Markram, David Millen, Tristan Stubbs. So top 6 में से you are leaving out Riza
And I would leave out Temba Bavuma any day to replace him with Faf du Plessis. So, yeah.
That's just a fantasy. In reality, it won't happen. So you are leaving out players like Riza Hendricks, Riley Russo, and guys like Duval Bravis are waiting for their chances.
Well, it's a good headache to have so many options, right? I mean, of course, cricket में इतना changes नहीं होते teams में. They usually go for a consistent team, and the unlucky ones stay out of the ground. But it's Faf, man.
Exactly.
It's Faf. There's nobody like him. That's what I believe. I really like him. I really like his game.
So where do you rank South African team coming this T20 World Cup? What's South African seed? उसका seed क्या है?
If I would say the 12 teams, I would put South Africa around 8 or 9 without Faf.
Oh.
I can confidently say that 8 or 9 because South Africa requires a proper captain like Faf to come back. Because Themba Bavuma, sure, he's a good player, but he just doesn't bring that captaincy. I just need Faf's captaincy to come back in South Africa. That's what I'm trying to say. To them to perform well in the World Cup.
For me, I think they might reach the semi-finals, and I don't think even they know that there's a final as well. That's the story of South Africans in every tournament. I mean, we can't really blame them, of course. Duckworth and Lewis had better ideas, but I think this joke is also overused, so I'm sorry, South Africa. Anyways, I feel like they might reach the semis, and as Sakshat was saying, I do agree with him. I think they are also my dark horses. So yeah, but what I believe is that Bavuma has stabilized this South African team as a captain, not as a player. As a batsman, he's a liability in my opinion. But as a captain, he's good. I mean, he's good for South Africa, and it works for them. So fair enough. But Faf, if he comes in as a captain, and there's 3-4 months for the World Cup, that would change the dynamics altogether of the tournament. What they have been preparing for since the last couple of years, it might change all of that. So, as a batsman, if he returns, well and good for South Africa. And even if he returns as a captain, I mean, we'll see what happens. We might see something new. Who knows? Let's hope for the best.
I don't think they will make him captain because they are already planning for the World Cup. और ये एविडेंट है क्योंकि केशव महाराज वॉज द वाइस कैप्टन ऑफ दिस टीम. बट कल महाराज नहीं था, कल मिलर कैप्टनसी कर रहा था. बिकॉज महाराज माइट नॉट बी दैट यूजफुल इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एक ही स्पिनर चाहिए रहेगा. आई थिंक शम्सी खेलेगा. सो आई थिंक दे आर ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड प्लानिंग फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप. ऑल्सो मुझे लगता है कि साउथ अफ्रीका, आई थिंक ऑस्ट्रेलिया आर द फेवरेट्स टू विन, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड इंडिया. And I would place England at 3 and South Africa at 4 along with New Zealand. They are my top 5 teams, I would say.
I think New Zealand can do well, but in the finals, as we all know, that they are going to lose.
India disagrees.
I think New Zealand also can be a dark horse. I think in every tournament they are the dark horses. That's such an occurrence. I mean, it has been the case since the last couple of years, and
they have been consistent since 2019 World Cup. They are almost showing up in every tournament, at least in the semi-finals. Not in the finals. The only victory that they have in these last 3 years is the World Test Championship. Other than that, they either lose in the semi-finals or just make it to the finals and just not. Yeah, I don't know what's with New Zealand coming this far and just losing. Play well enough. I sort of feel bad for them. I feel for them, obviously, because one of my favorite players, Kane Williamson, he's obviously playing for New Zealand. I don't know what's really the matter with them.